If you manage your finances on your own, you need to watch this video. My financial life is spread everywhere. I have a brokerage account at Schwab. I have a SEP at M1 Finance. I have a Roth at Schwab. I have a Robinhood for fun. I have ETFs. I have dividends. I have stuff all over the place. So the reason I'm making this video is because most apps are either budgeting or they take snapshots of your balances. But what I wanted to create was a Bloomberg terminal for my own money. Okay, so I built one with Perplexity Computer. So the reason I did that is because I want to know what I own, why it moved, meaning why my positions went up or down, when to buy more, and how close I am to financial independence, specifically Coast Fire, all in one screen. You're going to be blown away by this. Check it out. Okay, so this video is sponsored by Perplexity, but I would have shown you this video anyway. It doesn't matter because this thing is incredible. So again, my goal was to stop jumping between brokerages and spreadsheets because my assets are all over the place. I have a taxable, I have a Roth, I have a SEP, I have cash, I have ETFs, I have individual stocks, and they all live in different places, okay? So this top of the dashboard is really cool because it shows you exactly what you have in investable assets. So this right here, this balance that you see is a combination of cash and stocks. So you have a daily profit and loss, you have income, you have your yield, you have your allocations, and it tells you literally everything in one easy to read terminal. So I built this on account data. So I didn't link my exact accounts, even though you can do that through like a third party like Plaid. But what I did was I just input all of my positions and then basically Perplexity keeps up with it. So it basically takes all this data and it aggregates it into this portfolio. It's not just one brokerage feed. What this does is it uses live market data and manual inputs, and it connects them later. So you can see exactly here with Portfolio Pulse, you can see, what is happening today and why that is. So we have VTI is the loudest driver at 2100. That's 0.26%. The buy zone is lit for MicroStrategy because it's in the gutter right now. And then you can see exactly what your forward income is at about $1,800 per month. And then you can see what your largest holding is, mine being VTI at 63%. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how the heck did you build this thing? It's going to take forever to recreate this. It's actually pretty simple. So you can see all the prompt that I gave it. It's whatever is sitting in here in gray. So I basically said, build a private single-page personal finance dashboard that feels like a personal Bloomberg terminal for my own money. I gave it a purpose. I gave it an integration. Again, you can use a third party like Plaid, but I chose just to manually put in all the amounts. But the easiest way to actually do this is to use Perplexity itself, go into the regular chat, and then you can tell it what you're trying to build, okay? Just, a few sentences or a paragraph, and it'll spit out this huge prompt that you just put into computer. So then you just click computer, you put that in here, and then guess what? It starts doing all of the work. So everything you see here, it looks like a lot of work. This only took me about half an hour to make. So I'll give you an example. So let's say, can you add a flame or something for Coast Fire? Make it a bit more prominent, please. And it does all these different tasks. It thinks, and then it spits out a new version of whatever you're trying to create. And you can use this for anything. I just happen to use this for this money terminal. So then you can actually see the final product here. So again, what it ended up spitting out was not a mock-up. This is a working dashboard with filters, charts, tables, news. We have buy zones, which I'll talk about here in a second. And basically, I just added my branding, my logo, and I adjusted what mattered for the demo, okay? So I wasn't asking for an idea. I was actually telling it, hey, build this thing. So the cool thing about Perplexity is that you have the chat, which acts kind of like the other AIs that you've probably used in the past, but computer is a whole different ballgame. It actually creates the thing for you. So now that you understand what I wanted to build and how I built it, let's take a look at this a little bit in depth. So let's start with this sticky ticker. So this is an actual live watch list. You can see what it's focusing on, basically what I have in my portfolio. You can add whatever you want to this. And when you scroll over it, it stops. So I have VTI, I have SCHD, I have SGov, I have MicroStrategy, I have VT, I have VFF, VX, I have all these different things. So this metrics command center just shows you the whole snapshot of your entire portfolio, and it's pulling from all these different brokerages, okay? You can either do it directly or, again, you can put it in manually like I did. The portfolio pulse is pretty cool right here, this section. What this does is that it's a risk on or a risk off snapshot. So it's saying, hey, what drove these things today? Why did VTI or whatever go up or down? And it gives you different bullet points to work with so you understand why your portfolio is doing what it's doing. And then you can see the why my portfolio moved on top of that. So if you see here, your portfolio is up 0.13% today, driven by live public quotes. And then it says top contributors, VTI, VT, SCHD, top detractors, MicroStrategy. This has been a terrible position for me. And then you can say why today's move is market price driven. And then here's all these things to back it up. These are live news articles just now, 1 day ago, and you can see what it pertains to. Does it pertain to MicroStrategy? Does it pertain to VTI? Does it pertain to SPY? So this next section is pretty interesting. It's called the buy zone. So what this does is it gives you it's like a visual decision support tool, if that makes sense. That's why it's color coded the way it is. And it's basically telling you what holdings that you currently hold, and you can add whatever holdings you want to be actually considered for the buy zone. But basically, these are the holdings that I have. So again, VTI, SCHD, VT, SGov, whatever. And it's going to tell you, hey, why is this attractive to buy? So if I zoom in on VTI, it's going to tell you the pullback levels. It's going to tell you different things like that. But basically, it has logic right here. So here's the pullback rule. Watch 5% below the high, buy 10% below the high, or strong 15% below the high. It's almost like setting up automatic price targets for your positions. So if you know you want to hold VTI, long term, well, guess what? If it has a 15% pullback, that may be a better time to buy, similar to like Liberation Day last year when I was telling you guys to buy the dip. And if you did that, you would be well off right now. So the cool thing about this is it's color coded. So green is basically ready, yellow is like, hey, maybe just watch it, and then red is like too hot. So if you look at MicroStrategy, obviously this is not going to tell you, MicroStrategy is a huge risk because their business is failing. This is basically just going off of price levels, if you will. What you should use the buy zone for if you want to edit it is that you should define what a good setup for you looks like. And this is completely customizable through computer. So I just wanted kind of like a quick generic price target, 5, 10, 15%. But again, the dashboard is going to let you see what's getting close based on how you prompt it. Okay, next we have the Coast Fire Calculator. This is literally my favorite thing about this entire terminal. So if you guys aren't familiar with Coast Fire, it's basically the amount that you have invested today will allow you to coast to financial independence based on certain metrics, okay? So in plain English, if I stop contributing today, when are my investments going to get me to financial independence on their own? So the cool thing is you can add or you can change the inputs on the fly. So you have your current age, you have your spending target, you have your safe withdrawal rate, you have your net real return. So you can see what I'm using is I'm 38 and a half years old. My annual spend is $60,000 a year. That would basically get me to financial independence because I have low cost of living. I have no debt. Your net real return, I used 4%. So I'm basically using 7% for stocks, 3% for inflation, or however you want to look at it. You just have to understand that this is the net return that you're getting. And then your safety withdrawal rate is 4%. I actually just changed this, sorry. So basically, this will give you on-the-fly updates. So say, for example, my fire number is $1.5 million, okay? That's basically just 60,000 times 25. My Coast Fire age based on my assets without cash. You can see right here, this is investment only balance excluding cash and cash-like assets like SGov, okay? Assuming no additional contributions. You can see right now I'm on track to basically coast to financial independence at 45 and a half years old, okay, at $5,000 a month, aka $60,000 a year. And as you play with these things, say you get older, hey, instead of being 38 and a half, I'm 40 and a half, okay? Well, now you can see how the table changes over here to the right. So you have your target age, the amount needed today, percent funded, you can see exactly where you're at, and you can see the difference remaining. So if I wanted to if I wanted to reach financial independence at 45 years old, and I'm assuming I'm 40.5 based on this calculator, you can see that I need another $127,000 left. And sorry, I know this is off the screen. It's just really hard to navigate when it's like this and zoom in on the areas that I want, but you can see the difference right here. So this is what helps keep me on track, whether I feel behind and I'm really not, or I feel ahead and I'm really not. This basically gives you the math behind it. Okay, before I get into the rest of the terminal, I do want to show you a separate tool that I made just to show you that Perplexity can basically create anything you want. This took me literally like 10 minutes to make. I don't even think it took that long. So this is a separate tool. It's not just a sub feature of my terminal. And I basically I built it specifically for the income side of things, okay? So you can see all of my holdings, you can see the estimated dividends, you can see the shares held, you can see the payout amount. And what this does is it's basically telling you, hey, price is telling you half the story when it comes to dividends, okay? I know some people hate dividends, some people love dividends, but the price of the dividend stock doesn't matter as long as the dividend percentage payout goes up and down and is maintained over time, okay? So this is saying what your portfolio pays you regardless of price. So what I want to show you is the projected annual dividends, okay? So this is showing you the next 90 days across all my positions is $5,100. You can see the forward annual right here. It's basically 22 grand a year. So the nice thing is that these alerts, and you can not only does this view have a calendar, you can see exactly when what is paying what amount. So June 1st, SGov, June 18th, VT, June 24th, SCHD, June 26th, VTI, okay? And it's showing you their expected income over all this stuff. But Gmail and your calendar, this is my actual calendar right here, I programmed it to send me an email, okay? So it's going to tell you all the different projections on these. So this is my calendar, and then you have the email right here. But the calendar is saying, hey, June 18th, VT is going to pay you this. June 24th, SCHD is going to pay you this. June 26th, VTI is going to pay you this amount. And these are all real numbers. And then not only that, it actually integrates with Gmail if you want it to. So what I did was I just want a snapshot of the next time a dividend is coming out and how much it's paying me. So you can see the dividend amount right there. You can see my estimated payout. It's basically 1,700 shares times 29.30 cents. And you can see what it's done basically since August. You can see it's trending down just a little bit. And that's to be expected because of rates and things like that. So Dividend Radar is super cool. And again, I built this in like 10-15 minutes on Perplexity. It was pretty insane. Okay, so I'll just run through the rest of the terminal real quick. But again, you can customize this however you want. You know, it gives you sector exposure. It gives you different accounts. Here's my taxable. It has 1.1 million in it. My Roth IRA, my SEP IRA, all that stuff. It gives you your top 10 holdings. It tells you exactly the amount. Top contributors, detractors, your risk concentration. Basically, this isn't like super accurate because I didn't really edit this part as much as I should have, but it's really cool, and you can make this as granular as you want. So the reason, again, I built this is because I have all these different portfolios, so instead of logging into Schwab, logging into Robinhood, logging into M1 Finance, I decided to put this all into one dashboard so I can see all my daily movement explained easily. I can see the buy zone, but really I built it mostly for that Coast Fire calculator. That's what keeps me grounded. Okay, so the most impressive part was that basically that prompt from chat asking it, hey, this is what I want to build. Tell me how to prompt Perplexity Computer to basically a working dashboard in literally like 30-40 minutes, okay? So I'm going to leave the link below so you can kind of remix this exact dashboard if you want and make it your own. You can put in your own holdings. You can change the buy zone rules. You can adjust the fire inputs or the Coast Fire inputs, whatever fits your situation. If you want to build something completely different for your own workflow, I would definitely check out Perplexity Computer. Yes, this video is sponsored, but this is unbelievable. This is probably going to replace like 3 different tools for me, okay? So whether you want to organize your finances, you want to research investments, you want to build a personal tool, maybe it's a little bit different than this, or if you want to automate something you do every week, this is what's possible when AI can actually build the thing, not just describe it, okay? So instead of getting back some random query that's saying like, oh, Marko, it sounds like you want to build this. Well, what you need to do is you need to hire a developer and da-da-da-da-da, and here's the steps. Perplexity Computer literally just spit this out. So again, guys, check out the links down below if you want to remix this. I highly recommend you check it out. Thank you so much and have a prosperous day.